Taxes will double on the earnings of superannuation accounts with balances of $3 million and over if Labor wins the next election. The change will raise about $2 billion in its first full year after the election. Olivia Casely has the story.
Under fire over what would have been a broken promise on superannuation, Labor has now shifted the timing of any super shake-up to beyond the next election.
There will be no changes this term. Even this change, what we are doing is pointing towards 2025. Now, we can't be clearer, not just in our words, but in our actions.
The government confirming it'll target account balances over $3 million as it pushes to make super more sustainable.
Super balances above $3 million will have a concessional rate of 30% rather than 15%.
These changes will roll out from July 2025, impacting around 80,000 people and boosting the government's bottom line to the tune of about $2 billion a year. But it's comparatively small change, with new figures showing super tax breaks are costing the budget $50 billion.
It is absolutely world-class, but it's not perfect, and one of the imperfections is the ongoing and growing costs of some of these tax breaks.
The majority of concessions go to high-income earners. It comes as the government faces increasing spending pressure in defence, health, aged care and the NDIS. While superannuation tax breaks are being targeted now, new figures show that tax concessions in other areas such as family trusts, negative gearing and capital gains tax is costing the budget around $150 billion a year. The pressure is now on the coalition to see whether it will oppose legislation baking in these future super changes in order to back in the top end of town.
Today, Jim Chalmers and Anthony Albanese broke a promise that they made to the Australian people.
This is a Labor Party that says one thing before an election and does something very different afterwards.
Olivia Casely, Sky News, Canberra.